Hello, dear students. Today we will do the chapter Bond of Love by Anderson. Kenneth Anderson was an Indian born British writer and hunter who wrote books about his adventures in the jungles of South India. Anderson's style of writing is descriptive as he talks about his adventures with wild animals. With most stories are about to hunt tigers and leopards, particularly man eaters. He includes chapters on his first hand encounters with elephants, bisons, and bears. There are stories about less popular creatures like Indian wild dogs, hyenas, and snakes. In his stories, he explains the habits and personalities of these animals. This is the story of a baby bear, and this story proves that there can be bonding between human being and animals, and it can be inseparable bonding. And unique kind of bonding can be established between human being and animals. So in this story, let us come to know about a small baby bear and the bonding of baby bear with whom let us come to know. Once the narrator and his friends were passing through the sugarcane fields near Mysore. People were driving away the wild pigs from their fields by shooting at them. Suddenly, a sloth bear came out of the fields. The narrator's one of the partner shot at the bear. It fell dead. When they went near the bear, they saw a bear cub riding on its mother's back. The cub was making pitiful howls, mean pitiful sounds. As the narrator tried to catch it, it ran away into the fields. The writer and his companions ran after it. At last, they were able to catch it. The baby bear tried to free himself. It tried to scratch the author with its long hooked claws, sharp claws. Hooked, sharp claws. Hooked means sharp. Somehow, the author and his friends managed to control it and put it into the gunny bag and brought it to Bangalore. The author presented the little creature to his wife as a gift. She became very happy and then named the cub Bruno. Author's wife brought up Bruno with the most love and care. She looked after it as if it was her own child. Like a mother, she took care of him. At first, Bruno was taught to drink milk with a bottle. Within a few days, it started eating normally because animals learn all the things quickly. He drank and ate everything. He ate porridge made from any ingredient. He ate vegetables, fruits, nuts, curry, meat, and rice. He did not mind even condiments and chilies in the curry. He also ate breads, eggs, chocolates, sweets, pudding, and ice cream also. As for drink, he drank milk, tea, coffee, lime juice, aerated water, beer, and other things. He became attached to all the children of the tenants living in the bungalow. He spent time in playing, running into the kitchen, and going to sleep in beds of Arthur and his wife. Because of the love and affection shown by Arthur's wife, he also developed a great affection towards her. So, bonding between Bruno and narrator's wife started nourished. One day, an unfortunate accident befell Bruno. There was rats in the author's library. In order to kill them, the author used borium carbonate in the library. It was a kind of poison. Bruno entered the library and ate some of that poison. And it worked. It buffered from Bruno buffered from a stroke of paralysis, but he dragged himself slowly to author's wife. When author's wife saw him, he instantly called the author and told him only some words, that is Bruno poison. The author understood instantly everything and he at once took him to a doctor. The vet gave him 10 cc of antidote through an injection after reading about that condition in some medicine book. But his condition remained unchanged. After some time, the doctor gave 10 cc of antidote again. This improved his condition, and after 2 3 hours, Bruno got up and enjoyed a good meal. Second time, the little bear drank a lot of old engine oil, which was kept to use some household things because it was a waste engine oil. But fortunately, it had no effect on Bruno, and he was saved. With the passage of time, Bruno grew up in size. He became equal to the Alsatian in size and even outgrew them. But he was just as mischievous as before. He was very fond of people around him, but especially loved the author's wife. She changed Bruno's name to Baba, which in Hindustani means small boy. The bear could do a few tricks also because he was very playful and he enjoyed the playing after being instructed by the author's wife or other people of the family. When he was asked Baba box, he started boxing with anybody who was near him. When someone gave him a stick and said, Baba, hold the gun, he pointed the stick at him like a gun. He had concealed a stamp of wood in his straw bed. Usually, when he was asked, Baba, where is the baby? Then he immediately produced that stick and cradled that piece of wood like a small baby. But because of the tenant's children, as bear was big in the size, it had to be kept chained most of the time. With the passage of time, the bear became too big to be kept at home. Therefore, the author, his friends, and his son advised the author's wife to gift Baba to the zoo at Mysore. After some weeks of such advice, she finally agreed, but not by heart. A letter was written to the curator of the zoo. He agreed to take the bear. Baba was sent to the Mysore Zoo in a cage. But the author's wife felt very sad in his absence. She wept a lot, and for first few days she refused to take food. She wrote a number of letters to the curator of the zoo. She asked in her letters about the condition of Baba. On the other side, at the zoo, Baba was also in the similar position. He was inconsolable. He also did not take food for the first few days, and he was well but looked thin and sad. The author's wife was very sad at her separation from the bear. For 3 months, the author restrained her from visiting Mysore. At last, he took his wife to Mysore Zoo to meet Baba on her constant request. The author and his friends had guessed that Baba would not recognize her after 3 months' long time and everything will be normal very soon. But as soon as Baba saw her, he recognized her instantly and he cried with happiness. Author's wife also ran up to him and patted him. He stood up on his head in delight. For the next 3 hours, she did not leave the cage. She gave him tea, lemonade, cakes, ice cream, and other things. Baba also enjoyed everything with love and happiness. At last, the closing time came and she had to leave. The author's wife wept bitterly. She felt that she could not live without the bear. She requested the superintendent to send back Baba. Fortunately, he was a kind man and he consented, and Baba was brought back into the author's home. When he was brought back to home, so at home, as he was big in size, so it was tough to keep him in the home. Therefore, an island was made for Baba outside of the home. It was 20 feet long and 15 feet wide. It was surrounded by a moat, means a ditch, a gap, which was 6 feet wide and 7 feet deep. Then a wooden box was kept for Baba to sleep at night, and in that box, some straw was placed inside to keep him warm. Baba was very happy in his new home. Author's wife spent hours sitting there, and now they were happy all over. Everybody was happy. Nobody was feeling that Baba came back and there was some trouble for him or her. Everyone in the family was happy with Baba this time also. So in these stories, we can have a great message. Dear students, we should come to know that there is a need for showing kindness to animal because they are also creature created by the same God who created human beings. Animals have a right to dignified and free life. Human beings being a superior in intelligence and evolution have a special responsibility towards animals and birds, pet or wild. Therefore, we always express our love, our compassion, our feelings towards animals. Animals also experience same feeling of love, joy, pain, and separation just like human beings. But their expression are different. Their way of expression is different. They are more devoted and loyal to reciprocating the love human beings give them. Whatever love, whatever care human beings give the animals, animals also give it back to human beings, but their way is different. But it can be felt easily. So, we should always try to take care of the animals. And if we will take care of animals and birds and even all the parts of nature, then only we can be able to fulfill our duties for which purpose we are on this earth. Because as being a human being, we are the most powerful creature and even most responsible creature on this earth. So we should recognize, we should identify our responsibilities, then it will be easy and it will be sure for all of us, then we can enjoy all the aspects of nature with heart. Thank you and have a nice day. Stay home, stay healthy.